Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So in today's video, we're going to have a look at iPad OS. I'm going to give you my experience, the way it's really changed my usage of the iPad. So let's begin. So currently I am on iPad OS Beta 3. So this is the build number, it ends with F. So this is iPad OS Beta 3. So let's just begin with the home screen. Overall, with iPad OS, Apple has a bit of a redesign, you could say, but overall, it does make sense. So if you guys didn't notice, the size of the app icons are smaller, so you can fit a lot more applications on one page. I just have one page, and I've kept all of my recently used apps, most used apps on the dock. So on the dock, this is the maximum number of applications you can have on the dock. And the widgets view has also been really nice. So overall, it's more informative and it's a better way of managing your apps and the data on the screen. So overall, I really like the home screen in that regard. Now, one benefit of the dock, which was in iOS 11 and 12, but I have been using it a lot more on 13 is, for example, you're in an application and you would like to get to another application rather than going all the way home. It's easier to just drag the dock up and just choose your applications right there rather than going all the way home. So that's been really nice with iPad OS. Now, the next feature, one of the best features again for iPad OS, comes into with Notes. So here we are at Notes. Let's just have a look at a new note. Okay. So for example, we can say, thank you for your email. For example, this could be something you are looking at copying. So just double tap and select the entire thing. Now to copy, it would be a 3-finger pinch. Copy and paste would be a 3-finger spread. And I find that it works really smoothly on iPad OS Beta 3. No bugs or it doesn't lag or anything like that. So that's been really great with Notes. It would be a 3-finger swipe to the left if looking to undo. So that would be undo. A 3-finger swipe to the right would be a redo. So overall, Notes has been much more easier to manage and use it overall. You don't get that big magnifying glass anymore. It's really nice and it's very easy to do your selection of the things you're looking to edit. So that's with Notes. Now, let's move into Safari, because Safari has become way powerful right now with iPad OS than any other version of iOS. So let's just get into Safari. So you're at Safari and, for example, let's download a YouTube video. So right now with iPad OS, you can get into any version of a website and it will take you to the web-based version of the website, not the mobile version. So we are at the desktop site of YouTube. For example, let's get into Apple and let's download a video. So let's have a look at the most recent video. How about this one? So just click the video and let's just pause it. Now you cannot directly download into Safari. It does have the download manager, which does appear if you're downloading anything. But I have found a website that I'll leave in the link description. It makes it really easy to download. So this is the website, just let it load. So here we are. If you'd like to download the video, all you have to do is choose the video you'd like to download and just copy your link, all right? And paste that link over here. There we go. Whoops, yeah, there it is. And you can also change your format. Now I did find that the .mp4 format is kind of iffy. It may work, it might not work. I found the .mov the most reliable because that is a QuickTime format and obviously the iPad will support it. So if you're having issues with the .mp4 format, try the .mov. I'm pretty sure it will work for you. Just click start and you should have the video processed in a few seconds and we will have the link to download it. So let's just give it a few seconds and there it is. Click download, close the ad, the pop-up, click download and there is your download manager and that's your video. So you can watch it directly on the iPad. But currently the file sits within the download folder of Safari. If you'd like to get that file onto the internal storage of your iPad, just pull up the dock, move and open, we'll open up files, okay? Now all you have to do is just hold on the video you'd like to move, just drag and drop to the destination, and there it is. It's as simple as that. Let's move Safari away, and there's your video. You can watch your video anytime, anywhere, without the need of connection to the internet. So it's that simple to download YouTube videos on the iPad. Now, those of you who are would ask me, I'm sure, whether you could download movies. Well, I did try that, but unfortunately, you can go to uTorrent. You can download the movie torrent. However, within the download manager, it's just going to download the torrent. It just sit there. The iPad cannot read the file. It just sits there as a non-readable file. So unfortunately, I haven't found any workarounds to that. But YouTube videos will work, no issues. If you're looking at downloading movies and watching, I highly recommend you watch my video of getting Koto movies. It's a third-party application, but that works really well if you're looking to watch and download movies for free. So Koto movies works really well. I'll leave the link for that video in the description. Now let's move ahead. So one of the main ways that iPadOS has really helped me change the way I use the iPad is, again, let's get into Safari. Let's close out this. Let's open up Google. For example, you're at Google and you're looking at some information. Let's say you're looking at some information and you would like to jot down a few notes. So open up Notes. Let's open up Notes right there. So for example, you can obviously, like iOS 12 and 11, you can bring it into slide in view. You can also get it into a split view. But now with iPadOS, you can do much more. So for example, let's just say you would also like to listen to music. Rather than getting to the music app completely, you can just pull up the dock and drag the music application right in the middle of both these windows to get it into slide over. So that will be music. Now let's just say you are looking at chatting with your family. So let's just drag in messages, another app. Let's say you are looking at downloading applications. You can also drag in the App Store. Let's say you're looking at managing your files. You can download files. So overall, you have a lot more convenience in the way you're looking at managing information. If you're done with using any of these apps, you can just multitask through them, no issues. Once you're done using them, you can just slide them over. You can get done with your work here. If you're done using Safari, you can just slide it away. I mean, there are a lot of combinations you can have with this. There is literally no perfect combination, but it completely depends upon what you guys are looking at doing, because you can have any number of combinations, any number of applications, and it works really well. And that is, I think, the best feature which changes the way the iPad will be used by many. Now, one of the main drawbacks I did find was if you're doing large quantities on work on the iPad, it kind of becomes impractical. iPadOS is going to work really fantastic if you're just looking at downloading a few YouTube videos. Say you're jotting down notes, or you're preparing for a small assignment, and your main task is just copying and moving files around. It's going to work fantastic. But the moment you can't use the iPad to do really heavy tasks, for example, I have a dissertation coming up, which is a 10,000 word type document. And frankly, typing a 10,000 word document on the iPad is just impractical in my opinion. Because firstly, I would rather use my 13-inch MacBook to do that. I mean, I'm not saying 10.5 inches is small, it's great, but it's just not ergonomic, because 10,000 words is a long way to go. And to use the on-screen keyboard, it's just not going to work. I do use the iPad with Apple's original keyboard, but that is just too small, and it's just overall the experience isn't as great. You might as well just use a full-fledged laptop to do that. Another reason I did find was that within the App Store, if you're looking at Word on the iPad, it's the mobile version of Word and not the complete desktop version of Word. So that mobile version does have a lot of editing tools that are missing, which you would really need when it comes to making your documents look professional. So in that regard, the iPad still isn't quite there, but iPadOS is moving in the right direction. I'm sure it would really change the way you guys use your iPad depending on what work you're doing. And it does make the iPad overall a much better tool, not just for media consumption, but for productivity as well. Now, in terms of performance, this is iPadOS Beta 3, and it's working way better than iOS 13 Beta 3 at the moment. Because iOS 13 Beta 3, especially on the iPhone, my iPhone 8 is struggling. YouTube app crashes and the entire device lags really badly. But I haven't had any issues with iPadOS. It's working really well for me. Battery life is kind of, I guess, would be 6 to 7 hours because this is a beta. So if you're looking at my usage, it's showing me screen on time for about 2 hours, but throughout the day, I mean, I charge the iPad maybe twice a week. The battery life is still pretty decent for me. Overall, iPadOS brings a lot to the table, and it's been a really nice experience using iPadOS, and I can't wait for you guys to get your hands on it. I'm sure you'll really enjoy iPadOS. So that's it, guys. I hope you liked the video. If you did, hit that like button and do consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next one.